Here's my unsponsored review of the TourBox Elite Plus after about 10 months of using it. The Elite Plus is the first TourBox model compatible with iPad OS. It's very expensive, at about $300 new. I saved a little bit of money getting it used on eBay for about $250. Since I'm mainly an iPad artist, I thought I would be getting a lot of mileage out of this on my iPad, but I ended up not really sticking with it on my iPad and just using it for desktop stuff, whether it's drawing or editing like I'm using to edit this video. When I first got this and was trying to set it up for my iPad, I found it a little difficult. The iPad sees the TourBox as a Bluetooth keyboard, and because of this I was having this issue where when I would type in a text box, the on-screen keyboard wouldn't show up. So I couldn't type, and I had to mess around with the accessibility settings to try to work around that. I'm not sure if there's a better fix for that now because it's been a while since I've used it on my iPad. Something else to note is that I mainly use Procreate, and I found that Procreate didn't really benefit all that much from the TourBox because it's already so optimized for touch and like hands-on gestures and things like that. I think this is more beneficial for Clip Studio, and I don't use Clip Studio on an iPad very much except for just posing my 3D models for references. The build quality on this is pretty nice, and the batteries last a long time. It runs on 2 AA batteries, and I can't remember if I've ever had to change the batteries. They might be the same ones after almost a year of semi-regular use. I like the haptic feedback and all the customization options for it. The TourBox console app program is pretty well designed, and it comes with presets for a lot of common programs, so it's nice not having to map all this from scratch. So just in my experience and in my opinion, the iPad compatible model might not be that worth the higher price. I recommend a product like this to anyone that spends a lot of time working in software and programs, but I may recommend going with one of the less expensive models like the Neo or maybe the Lite or something. And there's other things you can get like it. I know some people use a Nintendo Switch Joy-Con as a shortcut remote, and that might be worth a try. Like I said, the TourBox software is good, but sometimes it's a little annoying to pair with Bluetooth because I'll open my Bluetooth settings on my computer, right, and there'll be 2 or 3 instances of the TourBox on there and they won't connect, and I have to hit forget device and repair it, and that's annoying. Other than that, I really enjoy using this on desktop for various things. I would definitely find it hard to draw on desktop without it at this point, because using a keyboard or the built-in shortcut keys on drawing tablets is just not the same. There's so many more options, so much more customization with this. It kind of just fits in your hand better, and it's easier for your hand to memorize where all the different things are. My favorite thing is definitely the 3 different wheels/dials. I use those the most. I got my zoom in and out the canvas, I got my rotate the canvas, and I can change my brush size. So this is my undo and redo, I guess, and this is my eyedropper tool. This wheel zooms in and out. With this wheel I can change my brush size, and with this wheel I can rotate the canvas, and then the bottom button here is save. And these side buttons are for frame advancing in my animations, I think. And this button is a hotkey for the select layer tool, which is one of my favorite things about Clip Studio Paint, that I wish Procreate had something like that, because this is just a huge time save when you're working in a bunch of different layers. Normally you have to sift through all the layers and figure out which one you're trying to go for, but with this tool you can just press it and tap on the area of the canvas that is the layer you want, and it'll automatically select that layer. So that's a great thing to have. I don't know how to end this video. Hope this helped.